Hey, happy Tuesday. Wow, it's the Tuesday after Memorial Day, and I'm wearing white. Can you do that? Thank you for joining me today. I know that it's a first work day back in, especially after a long holiday weekend, and sometimes that can be really challenging, can't it? How many of you had your list ready to go this morning, like your wake time, your sleep time, you've been driving it, and then you said, oops, I'm going to put that 10 minutes in with Pam. Hi, hey, thanks for getting on. It's great to see you. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Hi, it's great to see you guys. Thank you for getting on. Wow. From all over the place. Hello from Kansas and California. Oh, wow. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Well, you know what I know that you got on for? I know that you got on to hear a little bit about what I think that people who are successful have in common, what all successful people know. Because don't you sometimes think there's a trick, there's a tip, and I need to know it. If I only knew A, B, C, D, E, F, or G, I would be successful. I know there's something you know that I don't know, and I know you're going to tell me that, right? So what are the things that all successful people know? Because there are common grounds, there are common traits. So what are the common traits that successful people have? You know, it's really easy to call out the differences in successful people. I can think of people that I know that I consider successful. And if I start to compare myself, of course, I can start to think about my weaknesses and my lack. Do you ever do that when you start to compare yourself? Because what you compare is their best to your worst. You never compare your best to somebody else's worst. You're always, when you're comparing, you're looking at someone else's favor and what you consider to be your lack. And so you don't want to compare in the first place. But if you line up, let's say 7 successful people, it's easy to see how they differ. It's their passion, their ability, their age, their appearance. But what is it that they have that's common ground? What do they have that is alike? You know, there are so many places that people can shine their talents and be considered a success. Don't you agree? From athletes to students to service and ministry to pastors to business owners to teachers and educators and medical facility and professionals and other retail establishments and farmers and administrators, and the list of options today is long. If you're going to college today to even just decide on a major, there are so many majors. There's so many places you can use your talents and your gifts. And so the definition of success is one that you've got to know for yourself. What is success to you? What is success to you? I'm just curious. What is success to you? What is success? What would you consider success to be? I'm looking for some answers. I'm feeling the love. What do you consider success to be? Tell me your answers for what you consider to be successful. Because, you know, what's successful to me might not be successful to you. What is successful in my family might not be successful in your family. So what is it that you consider success? Completing your to-do list is successful. Thank you, Miss Newland. Freedom, financial freedom, meeting your potential. Thank you for the hearts. Discipline, achievement, goals, happiness, priority straight, money and freedom, working now, meeting small wins, seeing a goal completed, financial security, doing what you love to do, staying the course God set out for me, having a goal and reaching it, whatever it is. Being who God created me to be, peace, accomplishing a monthly goal. Those are all fantastic, you guys. Quit my job, debt-free, living God's highest purpose. Those are all awesome. And those are exciting. Sticking with your schedule, living an extraordinary lifestyle, doing something I love, living. Oh, I see a cookie and a hamburger. I think I'm going to stop reading with that. It might get me in trouble. So the reality is that as you continue to share with each other the definition of success, you know, it could be as simple as Ralph Waldo Emerson's poem, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a little bit better, whether it's with a healthy child or a garden patch or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life is breathed easier because you live, this is to have succeeded. Well, for me, it's knowing God, having a personal relationship, understanding that his highest call on my life, what it is, and living it out in love and in his power and in his success. I've been doing a lot of posting lately about getting the right people in your life, getting the right they in your life. Who are the right they? And you know, the reality is this, is that when you're living the life God has called you to, and you're living it fully and completely and wholly and passionately and just all out there, abandoning what other people say, the right people will find you. And that's the truth. So success, the specifics, is it a promotion? A lot of you said freedom. Is it an amount of money? It could be some, any, or all of those things. But people that you and I consider to be super successful people, they kind of have a knowing. They exude that peace. They exude that confidence. They may earn different amounts of money, but they exude that passion for what they're doing. They have goals. They're pursuing getting better. They're pursuing learning. They're pursuing making a difference. And so if you want to be more successful, by your definition, take a minute to evaluate your day, as it has been researched and studied by the extremely rich, the extremely powerful, the extremely impactful, the extremely influential people of history and people today. So here we go. I'm going to give you 7 things. Number 1, preparation gives you more productive time. Deciding what you're going to eat a week or a day in advance. So the reality is this: preparation precedes promotion. Preparation is key. All successful people are prepared in advance. Deciding what you're going to wear tomorrow, tonight, before you go to sleep. If you have to make decisions when you're hungry, you will choose poorly. But if you've already decided in advance what you're going to eat today, you're not going to make a bad choice because it's already prepared. It's already in the refrigerator. If you have to decide what to wear to work out in the morning, you're much more likely to ditch your workout because the decision is still negotiable. You haven't fully decided what you're going to wear, all the way down to your socks. Food. Buy fresh foods and fruits and veggies and staples and meal centers on Saturday and Sunday, and take the time to wash and cut and dice and prepare what you're going to eat during the week. Now, the uber successful, like the Oprahs of the world and the, Madonnas of the world, they have chefs who do this. I don't have a chef. So, I had a chef once, and I liked having a chef, but really I'm a freedom and choice kind of person. And believe it or not, I'm an introvert. And so I recharge alone. And so I actually like doing this. So take the time to wash and cut and dice what you're going to eat during the week. And this allows you to know in advance how much time it's going to take to eat and prepare and clean up based on these decisions already made. And so preparation is key. Preparing your food, preparing your workout clothes, preparing your schedule. Which leads me to number 2. Are you ready? Pick a schedule and stick to it. Pick a schedule and stick to it. Stop waking up when you feel like it and going to sleep. Probably more of you go to sleep when you feel like it than you do struggling with what time you wake up. Because most of you have to get up at the same time every day, right? You have to get up because you have to be someplace. When you work for yourself, you don't have to get up any time of day, especially if you already have kids who are out of school and out of the house. So it's just as important for those of you who have that to make sure you get up at the same time of day as you go to bed at the same time of day. You can't go to bed when you feel like it. If you go to bed when you feel like it, then you're operating on your feelings, and successful people don't do that. Successful people know that how they feel right now is not how they're going to feel in 3 hours. It's certainly not how they're going to feel a month from now. And so you can't make decisions based on how you feel. You've got to make decisions on some structure. So pick a schedule and stick to it. Wake time, sleep time. Some people are super early risers, 5 a.m. club. Good for you. I've been in that before. Out of discipline, I've done it to honor Mary Kay. Some people find their best focused hours late at night. But you can't healthily burn the candle on both ends. You just can't. Experts agree that 7 hours is the minimum number of sleep hours to consider yourself in the healthy quadrant of your life. So exercise, clean foods, good sleep, 3 critically vital habits and decisions towards a healthy lifestyle. Regardless of your preference to rise early or stay up later, you've got to create a wake and sleep schedule that is constant. Because the first 2 hours of your day and the last hour of your night must have a pattern. Successful people have this in common. If you continually stay up unproductively scanning Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, a game, TV or other, you're losing. Count it. count on it, you are losing. Set an alarm, go to bed and set an alarm and then get up and then stick to it. It's the first 15 minutes of each decision that's painful. It's only the first 15 minutes of getting up early that's painful. It's only the first 15 minutes of turning the light off. And I mean every light. Turn every light off in your bedroom. Turn off every LED light. Turn off every TV light. Turn off every night light. Make it dark. It's only that first 15 minutes you're like, I don't think I can go to sleep. Then you're out, because it's consistent. It's every single time, every single day, and your body will get used to it. I promise you, it's only that first 15 minutes that's painful. When you see the benefits of keeping a schedule and making your day hours productive when other people are awake, you'll be glad you got this at whatever age and stage you are in life. So pick your routine and keep that schedule, and keep it on the weekends as well. I only let myself sleep a half hour later on the weekends, and usually I'm awake at my regular time anyway, which is somewhere between 6 and 6:30. Number 3, ready? Prepare tomorrow, tonight. Prepare tomorrow, tonight. Detail your to-do list. Review what the day tomorrow holds, 1/2 hour by 1/2 hour at a time. You design tomorrow, tonight, 1/2 hour at a time. Know what you will do. Know what you will delegate, and know what you must accomplish before the day ends. This assumes that you've already gone through your calendar to input all the critical deadlines, your travel dates, your important and your non-traditional days in your calendar. Additionally, where your deadlines are concerned, you need work dates well in advance of deadlines to make sure you're not in crisis. Okay, so let's just say we're in the Mary Kay world, because we are. And let's just say that the STAR consultant deadline is the 15th. Well, if you're a sales director, you don't wait till the 14th to start calling people to give them ideas. That's ridiculous. So you know what that deadline is. What was on your deadline today as far as connecting with people? What's on your deadline tomorrow as far as connecting with team members? Because when you've got a deadline, you've got to have deadlines leading up to the deadline so that you have benchmarks, so that you're not in crisis mode and scramble mode to finish something halfway that you could have done really well if you'd done it a little bit over time. These are the types of skills that you master as early as high school and college. But if you, for some reason, didn't master them then, you've got to see the urgency in mastering this concept to create these habits now. And so you prepare tomorrow, tonight. Here's another big one. Are you ready? Catch your breath. Repel distractions. Repel distractions. Distractions will rob you of your best every single time. Did you know that one of the enemy's greatest tools alongside of discouragement is confusion and distraction? So if you find yourself confused, distracted, and discouraged, you might want to hit your knees really fast and say, Lord, these are not from you. I just absolutely claim clarity and commitment and focus to what you've called me to, not discouragement and not distraction and not confusion. Repel distractions. If something tries to distract you, just flick it off like a mosquito. Flick it off like a fly. Go get a fly swatter. Just get rid of people and distractions. Now, you design your life. I want you to be very clear about this. Not your mailman, not your neighbor, not your text interruptions, not your notifications, not even this Periscope. Some of you might need to get off now and go do what you were doing. I'm only going to be about 5 more minutes though. Or your TV or any other thing. Turn the night do not disturb on your smartphone. Only if you have family members in your favorites, an emergency phone call will bypass that nighttime in your nighttime setting in your iPhone. If your hired help is a distraction, have a conversation about that. You design the jobs you have for others. Sometimes working from home makes other people, gives them the idea that you're flexible to their schedule. Has that ever happened to you? When you're working from home, people think you don't really work, and so therefore they think they can schedule you based on their needs and their schedule. At least I found that. I can be flexible, but I'm designing my business and my assistants and my house help and my yard help and my office assistant and my virtual assistants, and I don't want to work 24/7. I'm willing to work hard, and I'm willing to work longer than most. But come 5 or 6 p.m., I don't want work happening around my house. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. And it's this season of life for me. It just has to work for me. I don't care that I get a group vote in Bowling Green that everybody thinks I'm doing it right or well or a way they would do it. It doesn't matter to me. This is my life. This is your life. So you've got to make sure that it works for you. So take time this week to make a note of all the distractions in your day. When you realize how many there are, you might get more firm in designing your life and sticking to the design, because people will treat you the way you allow yourself to be treated. So if you're getting interrupted, you're probably allowing the interruptions. And if the truth be told, you're probably inviting some of the interruptions, because if people interrupt you, then you don't maybe have to make as many calls and you don't risk the no. And then you've got an excuse for not achieving. How old do you think you'd have to be before that excuse turns into regret? I want you to think about it. Sometimes we embrace the distractions. We let them take over, and we're like, okay with that. We act like it's okay. Why? Why? Because that way we're off the hook for a minute. That way we don't have to follow through on what we said we were going to do. That way we don't have to feel disciplined because we have an excuse. How old do you think you would need to be before you regret not pushing through? Got to think about that. Number 6, you ready? See, here's the thing. Things I'm giving you right now, these are things you can do, bam, right now. These are things you can do right now. These aren't things you have to get fixed and get together and order something and then get started. The things I'm giving you, you can start as soon as you sign off today. You can start them all, and I'm going to review them at the very end. Here's number 5. Work off of an alarm. We have smartphones, not dumb phones. Our smartphones tell us everything. Our smartphones, we can have them interrupt us. We can have them set a time. We can have them sing a song. We can have them ring a bell. We can have them ring a chime. We can have them preach us a tune. We can have them our phones can do anything for us when we ask it to, at the exact second that we ask it to. Work off of an alarm. Until you get your wake time and sleep times established, have backup times that are loud and annoying. And when you're working on a project, set an alarm for the amount of time that you want to give it. If you're making calls, set an alarm for the amount of time that you want to give it. And eliminating distractions, stick to that time frame. Your to-do list is obsolete unless it has an appointment on your calendar. To do. Okay, I've got my 6 most important things to do. But right beside that, let me ask you this. Have you ever transferred lists of things to do for years? Like, if you looked in old design books or calendars, you'd have lists of to do. They would be the same list as today. Have you ever transferred something to do like for weeks? You know why? It didn't get an appointment on your date book. I can write down, get my nails done, and they're bad. They're really bad. I'm getting them done Thursday. I can write down, get my nails done, get my nails done, get my nails done, get my nails done, get my nails done. I can write it down every day. Get my nails done, get my nails done, get my nails done. But if I don't set an appointment to get my nails done at a specific time with a specific person at a specific place, I don't get my nails done. I've got to set an appointment. I can write, get my teeth clean. And they are clean. I just had them clean. Aren't they pretty? They tell me they were anyway. I can write down, get my teeth clean, get my teeth clean, get my teeth clean. But if I don't set an appointment to go get my teeth clean, I don't ever get my teeth clean. Call people. Make 6 calls. Make calls. Make 10 calls. Make 20 calls. Make 20 calls. Make 20. When? 2 o'clock on Tuesday. 4 o'clock on Tuesday. Make 10 calls. I have how much time? You've got to have a specific appointment time with the things on your to-do list. So you work off of an alarm. I set an appointment with myself for a lot of things, including this. I had a 10-minute till. I was like, ooh, I better touch up my concealer and powder my face and put on some gloss because I got an appointment with some people who are expecting me to be on here today. So I had an alarm tell me 10 minutes before I started, freshen up. You got to get going. And I didn't just sit here and wait for 3 o'clock to come. I had other things I was doing off the clock, off an alarm. But when that alarm rang, bang, ran upstairs, blah, blah, blah. Number 6, pick your best places. Some things work best from your room. Some things work best from your kitchen, your office, or your study. Other things don't. Back to the distraction factor. If you try to study, if you're a student, if you try to study in your room, but your focus would be much better in the library, the 15-minute walk to and from that location is a much smarter choice. If you have a distraction in and around your home office, the coffee shop with Wi-Fi or the restaurant may be a better choice for your 2-hour timed workload, even if it is a 15 or 20-minute drive one way to that place. Decide in advance your best places to do different things. Where is your best quiet time? Where is your best phone time? Now, my best phone time when I was like early in the business, it was in my apartment, in my bedroom, on the opposite side of my bed with towels under my door, with my phone under the bed so my roommates could not hear me getting rejection. That was my best phone place. Now today it's quiet. The only thing that could possibly happen right now while I'm talking is the dog might start barking. I would just really be upset if that happened, but it could happen. He's the only potential distraction right now that could get in the way of our time. And so the reality is, know your best places and decide in advance your best places for your entire day. It probably does move around a little bit. Okay, number 7, lastly. Know your best time of day for the varied activities for your optimal success. When are you most focused? When are you most clear? When are you most heartfelt? What's the best time of day for your quiet time? What's the best time of day, your best focus times, your best people times, your best memory retention times, your best times for exercise and eating, and schedule your day based on yourself. Some people do better if they make booking appointment calls 10 a day. Some people do better when they sit down for 2 hours and make them all at one time. Which works best for you? Notice when you get grouchy. Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Are you sleepy? Is it time to be doing something else over people time? Pay attention to your choices and pay attention to your body and your mind throughout the day, and honor a schedule that brings out the best in yourself. Successful people do that. They don't try to go, well, so-and-so works out at 5 a.m., so I should work out at 5 a.m. No, that's not the way it works. Find your best and then you decide, because that's what successful people do. So let's review. Number 1, preparation gives you more productive time. Preparation precedes promotion. I have always said this to my son, to girls that I've mentored, to leaders. When opportunity presents itself, it's too late to get prepared. Preparation is so key, and it will separate good from great, great from awesome. Number 2, pick a schedule and stick to it. Wake time, sleep time, what you do in the middle. Number 3, prepare tomorrow, tonight, by half hour by half hour by half hour. Your clothes laid out, your food that's decided. Decide on it. Number 4, repel distractions. Do not let other people rule your day. Number 5, work off an alarm. Work off your smartphone throughout your day. Every half hour at a time, you decide how much time you want to give to each thing. Pick your best places to work. Number 6, where do you do what it is that you do? In your kitchen, in your study, outside, by the pool, at a coffee shop. Pick your best places. And number 7, know your best time of day. Know your best people time of day. Know your best think time of day. Your best workout time of day. Know your best time of day. I hope these have given you some ideas, some things that you can put into practice right away, like for the rest of today and the rest of tomorrow. So probably the thing that you can do between now and the end of the day is to set an alarm on your smartphone for when to do the next thing. When to start, when to stop, when to start, when to stop. Set a smartphone. Put what else is left on your appointment, on your to-do list. Give it an appointment. Give it an appointment so that you'll know. And then whatever happens tonight, when you decide it's time to go to bed, sister, you make that room dark. You make it dark and cool. I don't know if you know this, but studies show that cooler temperatures give you deeper sleep. I'm sorry to say this to my friends who don't like cold temperatures, but somewhere between 64 and 68, you will get the deepest sleep of your life, completely drug-free, I promise you. And that's just a bonus. That was a bonus, by the way. And so thank you. I'm so excited that you got some of this. Honor your schedule. You're welcome. It's helpful. I'm glad to read that it is helpful. I'm grateful that you feel like you got some tips, and I'm grateful that I feel like you got on here because you wanted to do something different in your life. It's going to give you an edge. And you know what, you guys? It's never the one big decision or the big change. It's the micro changes that you already knew in your heart before you got on the call today, right? Somebody had already said this to you. God had already spoken to your heart. You already knew what you needed to do before you got on today. Some of you, and you heard me say it. So now it's time to do it. Just take what you've got and go do it. Just be a better version of yourself today and honor what you know you need to do today, because success accumulates, but so does failure. What you do today towards success, it accumulates, and it will bring you to the desire of your heart, and you will feel that success and that freedom, both financial and at peace in your heart and in your relationship. So God bless you, Godspeed, and have a great rest of your Tuesday and a great rest of your week. Thanks for getting on. Feel the love. I feel the love right back at you, by the way. Bye.